There are so many misconceptions about IVF. So we asked women and men from across the globe what they wish they knew about IVF. And here are their responses.
Hey y'all, what's going on here? Javon Johnson here, the peculiar dad, if you will. I'm excited because this month we celebrate IVF, infertility awareness. And I think that the most important thing that I've learned or would love to have learned before going through this journey is just the nuances even, or the lingo, or even kind of just being more aware, educated upon what exactly is IVF. So my prayer, my hope is that as we all embark upon this month and even times to come, that we're becoming more aware and more educated upon the nuances and the differences of IVF and infertility within itself, especially as it relates to males who deal with IVF as well. And that's me, the peculiar dad. So thank you all to this platform. Thank you to every single person who's watching this. Now my prayer is that we all become fully aware and become advocates of this great work.
What I would have loved to know before IVF is how much this would affect my mental health. It in turn affects everything else, relationships, day-to-day, everything. Mental health is completely underrated and underestimated.
What I wish I knew about IVF was that you go through an emotional, mental, physical, and financial ups and downs. I was pretty stressed out. Getting the injections in my belly was pretty painful, but I felt like a robot. I felt like I had to do the appointments because this is the only way I would get pregnant. And I wish I knew that you go through ups and downs, that your mind, your mental state will change over the process of doing IVF. And that's what I wish I knew when it came to in vitro fertilization.
When I was going through IVF, I wish I'd known the importance of really speaking up with a medical specialist and advocating for yourself. To do your research, to go to your appointments prepared with questions, to talk to others going through fertility treatment, and to get a second or even a third opinion if you feel you need it. And I'd also wish I'd known the importance of really leaning on the TTC community. It is a wonderful community. There are so many people going through exactly what you're going through, and it's just a wonderful community to get help and support from.
What I wish I knew about IVF? Well, I wish I knew about IVF the incredible and heavy emotional and financial impact that it has when we choose this way to reach parenthood. It's really a very heavy one, and I wish I knew that to be better prepared for it.
What I wish I knew about IVF, I wish I knew the impact it would have on my mental health, as it's a tough process. It's like a roller coaster. You have your ups and your downs. But yeah, the mental health side of it was, it can be tough.
I wish somebody had told me when we started IVF how important it was to be on the same page as my partner. I wish I knew that they can be your biggest cheerleader or your biggest stressor. I wish I knew that we needed to stay close and connected and be in partnership with one another, and that maybe we didn't both want the same things or to do as many cycles. So I wish somebody had told me how important it was to stay close and connected to my partner. I hope that helps.
What I wish I had known about IVF is that the wait between your retrieval and when those embryos become blastocysts after day 5, day 6, or day 7 is extremely painful emotionally. And I, to be honest, found the waiting way worse than the 2-week wait we all talk about, just because that you don't even know if you're in the game or not, or if you're already out and you have nothing to transfer.
What I wish I would have known about IVF is actually doing the needles and all that stuff isn't that bad. Now, that's not the case for everybody, but most people fear the unknown more than what it actually is. The second thing I wish I would have known about IVF is the emotional roller coaster. I didn't realize there were so many aspects of the IVF journey that were up and down, and that dealing with the emotional side actually was more difficult than the physical side of the hormones and the shots and everything.
When it was time to move on to IVF, I was so excited. Finally, we're gonna have the babies. And of course, we're gonna have twins. One boy, one girl. So when it failed, I asked the doctor, what do you mean it failed? It's IVF. It's supposed to be guaranteed. But of course, IVF isn't guaranteed. IVF doesn't guarantee multiples or singles or any baby at all. I wish I knew that.
What did I wish I knew about IVF before I began? Well, I'd say I wish I knew how long it's going to take, how low the success rate is, financially how difficult it is, and probably the most important thing is how emotionally draining it is. I wish I knew all that.
I wish I'd known that IVF firstly didn't guarantee a baby, but also that it would feel so lonely and be so difficult to go through and navigate, that I would attend appointment after appointment and get bad news, and there was nothing medical that could be done to help with that. I came away a few times, my ovaries weren't responding, and we may have had to end the cycle, and there was nothing that I could do.
What I wish I knew about IVF is that I wish I knew that having a good quality embryo doesn't guarantee a successful IVF. So I just wish that I knew that, and all you can do is just hope for the best. You just hope that it works one day.
I wish that I had known that the hardest part of IVF is not the shots or the medications or the appointments or trying to figure out what's happening with the procedures, but really learning how to hold all the feelings and emotions that come with this process, right? Like it's everything from like in one given day, you can feel hopeful, anxious, excited, nervous, frustrated, scared, excited, all of it. And all of that is so normal and okay. And all the feelings are valid. And I think for me, the biggest lesson that I really learned through multiple IVF cycles, multiple losses, and also being able to welcome our miracles into the world is really that joy and sadness can coexist. And it's important for them too. I think if we spend this a whole season in sadness, it makes it really, really hard. And there's a lot of grieving here, and give yourself permission and grace to do that. But also give yourself permission to be happy and find joy in the little things, because it will make a huge difference and make this journey so much easier.
What do I wish that I knew about IVF? I wish that I knew that poor quality embryos work and shouldn't be discarded. So numerous IVF centers discard poor quality embryos because they don't think they're going to work, often without even telling the patient. However, there's multiple studies that have confirmed that they do work. This study found a 34.1% chance of live birth. This study was 13.3%. And this study found a 16.7% chance of live birth. I've compiled a bunch of these studies on my website Remembrio. So compared to good or fair quality embryos, the chance of live birth with low quality embryos is still lower, but it's still another chance to take home a baby. By discarding low quality embryos, you're really not making the most of your IVF cycle. So consider hanging on to your low quality embryos, and after you've transferred all your good and fair quality embryos, talk to your doctor and see if this is the right choice for you.